Hello class, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch our video. My name is Mason Meyer.
I'm Andrew Young, and we will be talking about defensive and supportive workplace climates.
Corporate accounts payable, Nina speaking. Just a moment. Corporate accounts payable, Nina speaking. Just a moment. Corporate accounts payable, Nina speaking. Just a moment. Corporate accounts payable, Nina speaking.
Hello, Peter. What's happening? We have sort of a problem here. Yeah, you apparently didn't put one of the new cover sheets on your TPS reports.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that. I forgot.
Yeah. You see, we're putting the cover sheets on all TPS reports now before they go out. Did you see the memo about this?
Yeah. Yeah, I have the memo right here. I just, forgot. But, it's not shipping out till tomorrow, so there's no problem.
Yeah. If you could just go ahead and make sure you do that from now on, that would be great. And, I'll go ahead and make sure you get another copy of that memo. Okay?
Yeah, no, I have the memo. I've got it. It's right.
Hello, Phil. What's happening? I came by here yesterday.
Milton. Hi. Could you turn that down just a little bit?
Well, I was told that I could listen to the radio at a reasonable volume from 9 to 11.
Yeah, no, I know you're allowed to. I was just thinking maybe like a, personal favor.
Well, I told Bill that if Sandra's going to listen to her headphones while she's falling, then I should be able to listen to the radio while I'm collating. So I don't see why I should have to turn down the radio because
Yeah, all right, okay.
I enjoy listening at a reasonable volume.
Thanks.
From 9 to 11.
Milton.
Hi, Peter. What's happening? We need to talk about your TPS reports.
Yeah, the cover sheet, I know. Bill talked to me about it.
Yeah. Did you get that memo?
Yeah, I got the memo, and I understand the policy, and the problem is just that I forgot the one time, and I've already taken care of it, so it's not even really a problem anymore.
Yeah. It's just we're putting new cover sheets on all the TPS reports before they go out now, so if you could go ahead and try to remember to do that from now on, that'd be great. All right.
Peter Gibbons. Yes. I have the memo.
So that example showed a defensive workplace climate. And according to our book, Reflect and Relate, a defensive workplace climate is defined as an environment that is unfriendly, rigid, and unsupportive of workers' professional and personal needs. There are often problems in a defensive workplace climate, such as high amounts of stress, high amounts of burnout, low job satisfaction, and low work productivity. You can define burnout as emotional exhaustion, low job satisfaction, and diminished personal health as a result from the stress. Important thing to remember when it comes to supportive or defensive workplace climate is that it is built from the ground up. And so a defensive workplace climate always goes to the individual. A common thing, according to Jennifer A.H. and Jonathan R.B., is that people often focus on flaws rather than the issue at hand. And it can be that people are sensitive to a certain flaw they might have perceived about themselves or refuse to admit, or that they have been attacked by another person focusing on that flaw. And so an important thing to avoid the negative outcomes of a defensive workplace is that you want to be able to communicate together with your employees in order to solve problems instead of focusing on perceived flaws.
Within the next 3 years, I want all the employees around the world to feel happier and more connected at work. In large corporations, employees are often unhappy, which can lead to burnout and even sometimes suicide. One of the main reasons is the lack of social engagement, and this is what I want to fight. I want to share with you my experience working in a big bank in Switzerland. Don't get me wrong, I love to work, but these conditions were very stressful. I had little to no free time, I cried often, and I was usually unhappy. I wasn't really meeting anyone new, as I was always with the same employees from my department. And at lunch, I would always eat alone in front of my desk or with the same colleagues from my department. So I decided to change that. I realized that if I wanted to be happy at work, I had to get to know people from different backgrounds and understand how the company works. So I went to different floors and asked people randomly to have lunch with me. They were very surprised, but most of the time they said yes. Once, I had a legal issue for the wealth management project I was working on, and I thought, instead of looking on Google for 1 hour, why not have lunch with someone from the legal department? The next day we had lunch, the problem was solved, and I made a new friend. Colleagues from my department started to tell me, Marie, you just joined as an intern and you already know everyone. Can I come with you so that I can also meet new people during lunch? Of course, I told them to join. And at some point, I even had lunch with the president of the bank. At the same time, I started opening a collaborative space in Paris, where people from different backgrounds, like engineers, designers, artists, come together to meet and collaborate. And my motivation for this project was simple. I believe that everyone should have the ability to create. So I was flying every weekend to make this project happen. And I was very creative, I had lots of energy, and I thought that everyone should create. And creation was exponential. The more people meet, the more they discuss, the more they create. And I believe that this model could also work in bank and large corporations. So I decided to leave the banking world and university in order to create an app where employees can meet and have the option to never eat alone. And when a company has many employees, I see this as an amazing opportunity. Let's pause for a minute and think that the true size of a company is not the number of employees it has, but the connection between them. Because this is where the true strength resides. When people connect to each other, they do things, they create things, and potentially amazing things. Big companies are starting to take care about this, because when people connect, they are more productive and are happier at work. The benefits for employees and companies are simple. It improves knowledge exchange and collective intelligence to spark innovation. It improves talent retention. It improves employees' happiness and engagement, and it improves the internal professional network. If big companies want to attract the future generation, they need to create a workplace where they are happy and creative, and where speaking to your boss or to someone from another department is a norm rather than an exception.
This video illustrates the benefits that allowing time for collaboration as well as time for getting to know your fellow employees can have on companies. Reflect and Relate defines a supportive workplace as one that is warm, open, and supportive. Supportive work climates often get a misconception of not being very productive, but this is false. In reality, high-stress work environments are the ones that are diminishing employee productivity. As shown in this video, as well as written by Brian Kaisberg, allowing time for collaboration and mutual support amongst employees is largely beneficial in creating a supportive climate and this can be very beneficial towards people that are new to the company, people that have been in the company for a long time, that have more pull or more leeway. A supportive working climate benefits the productivity of everyone and the health of everyone. Some other benefits that supportive work climates have are they offer higher productivity, better employee health, higher job satisfaction and job retainment, as well as a feeling of safety and security for employers, creating an environment where they don't have to be worried to go to work, they don't have to worry what people are going to say to them, and stuff like this.
So knowing both sides of the coin, it's easy to understand that climate is always built from the ground up, and it is a product of just what the workplace needs. And according to our book, Reflect and Relate, organizational climate is always built from the ground up and is the sum total of an individual's behavior in the workplace. And going back to our first example, when no one was listening to each other between employee and boss, or even employee and employee, that behavior will spread as it becomes the norm.
When talking about how we can improve a supportive work climate, there's two ways we can improve it directly. One way is through the individual. If you find yourself in a stressful work environment, and no one is really hearing you out, you can try to use your energy, change your energy, try to, like the TED Talk, bring people to lunch, reach out, try new things. And once you start doing this and setting the bar, people will chime in and people will feed off of your energy. When we're talking about larger companies and corporations, though, this individual effort can be a little bit more difficult. So when we're talking about corporations and larger companies, the best way to increase and provide a healthy and safe work environment is to offer time to mingle, offer time to talk with your employees, even if it's people of all different positions within that company. This will ultimately better the entirety of that organization.
And so overall, most times, supportive climate is the way a company should run because it offers so many benefits in regards to how employees perceive their time at work. And this in turn will yield better results for everyone of all levels in the company. So, in conclusion, defensive workplace climate is rigid and unfriendly, and supportive workplace climate is open and friendly. And so we challenge you to consider your own workplace and think about the qualities that you run into day to day and how people are communicating with each other.
Now, we would like to open it up for Q&A. Thanks, guys.